Hey y'all, today we'll be talking about making a work for yourself, for your children, and it is a work called Object Permanence. This will become incredibly interesting to them around the age of 9 months, on to around 12, 13 months, and it is something that you can make more complicated and have more layers of interest for the child as they grow older. Let's begin with this. We have recently emptied a Clorox wipes container. I thoroughly washed this out, left it open so that it could air out completely, and have used scraps of cloth that I have cut and we have placed inside. Your child's hand will be much smaller than mine, and they will be able to pull out whatever they want. At first, when a child is working on things like object permanence, they are going to want to pull out and you are going to be putting in. Then they're quickly going to discover that they can put in as well. And this lid is very easy for the child to close and to open on their own. So that's your first step. Your second one is taking some pompoms, or we'll look at some other alternative items, and cutting a hole in this was a nut container for my family, and the lid is relatively thick, so when you are cutting that, do not believe that you can cut a really great circle. We went for kind of a misshapen piece, and the child can put in. When you create these, you want the hole to be slightly smaller than the object that you're putting in, because the child will like the resistance as they do it. This one is a little bit more challenging to unscrew and open up and take the pieces back out. At first, you may have to help significantly. An alternative for a container that does not screw is an oatmeal container. That one works great for this age. And let's move these off and look at another possibility. And here is that. And I have a couple of different items that you may have around the house. Right now, we have a good number of corks. Notice this is still a little tight for the child. And I'm not necessarily recommending doing both of these cuts, but it was easy for me to do an example for you of little pegs. This one is significantly harder if you have a child who has a real need to push things hard and to shove. This is perfect for them. If you'd like it to be slightly easier, all you need to do is cut your X's a little bit bigger, or cut 8 instead of 4. So that is an object permanence box. So the items that you will need for this will be your basket or tray to hold your items on. That reminds the child that these live here, that this work is contained to this space, and when you are done, things go back here. And about 10 to 12 months is when you really begin that process of reminding the child, oh, we've finished with this. Let's make it ready, and putting it back. The child may not be the one that does the putting back. You may be the one who does, but the child may not leave the area until after the item has been returned to the shelf. The next thing that you'll need is a catching container. This is another example of a catching container. The child can remove the lid, you can put cloth in there, the child can pull it in and out. You will need a box to hold the objects. You need something that the child can put the objects back into when they're making their work ready, and then you will need objects. Pom-poms are great, so are corks, poker chips. They love poker chips, and it's really easy to cut a slit into a plastic lid if you're using poker chips. They make a satisfying sound if you have a metal bottom tin when that falls in. Any number of little sticks, twigs, little peg people from a game. You just need to be aware of a choking hazard if your child is interested in a lot of oral exploration. but this is perfect for the 9-month-old child and a quick and easy project that you can create added interest and stimulation on multiple levels as your child develops. Thanks for watching today. Please leave any thoughts or comments below and subscribe if you would like to have more videos like this made available to you. Thanks and see you soon. Bye-bye.